Mickey's Revue is a pretty sweet short. Now, actually, the short itself I found to be not that interesting, quite repetitive when you compare it to similar shorts that were released at the same time by Disney. But it is very, very special because it is actually the first appearance of Goofy. Now, apparently, this character was originally known as Dippy Dawg, and he then went on to be called, of course, Goofy, as we know. And we actually get to see him quite a lot. It's not just a sneak peek in the audience. The camera focuses on Goofy. The animation concentrates on this character quite a bit, and it's a really nice animation. The actual animation style is slightly creepy. I find that some Goofy versions, both this one and the more contemporary 2013 series of Goofy, are a little bit disturbing, and that's certainly the case here. But it's quite exciting to see kind of how this character began and where this character is obviously going to end up. So this short was released in 1932. It's directed by Wilfred Jackson, and we of course have Walt Disney as Mickey Mouse, Marcellite Garner as Minnie, Pinto Colvig as Pluto, and also Dippy Dawg, not Goofy. And the narrative is quite simple. They are in a little barnyard concert hall, and Mickey Mouse is conducting this band where we have these different creatures playing the animals, and different animals playing the musicians, and then there's a ballet sequence. It is what you would expect from a Revue, but just in animation. Pretty decent mix of music and performances. The characters are all quite varied in terms of the species, the different animals. There is nothing wrong with it on its own. It's just there are a lot of cartoons released both before and after this, where Mickey is either conducting some barnyard animals or is playing piano for some barnyard animals, and they're all very, very similar. I guess the only things that make them different are the music, the accompaniments, and the performances. This one, obviously, because we have dancing and things, it's a little bit different. But generally speaking, the concept is very similar, and once you've seen it once, you've kind of seen the style of humour multiple times. But with the inclusion of Dippy Dawg, it is pretty thrilling and definitely something that I find quite interesting. Even if you watch it just to see Goofy's origin, the animation style is really creepy for Dippy Dawg, but it works really well, and you can kind of see how he was then formed into Goofy. I don't know if technically Dippy Dawg is a different character, or if they decided to rename him as Goofy and just make them look very similar. I'm not really sure. I don't know if they knew, if it was ever a kind of a conscious decision, but I do like it. It's a decent enough short. There's nothing wrong with it. Did I mention it was released in 1932? If not, it was released in 1932. It was the 41st Mickey Mouse film. That's quite hard to say. And the 5th from 1932. So by this point they were churning out quite a lot. I guess there are only so many narratives that you can cover. Yes, I've seen this style of narrative before, but it's not bad. It's pretty engaging. If you like Mickey Mouse or Disney, or specifically Goofy or Dippy Dawg, Mickey's Revue is definitely one to watch.